Today we are working on a Shabby Chic fall wood tag, a design team project for Reneabouquets.com. So what I have here, this is just a fall wood decor piece I purchased from Walmart this year. I love the shape and the size of it. I'm just removing the ribbon and the wire tag. I don't need that. And I'm using this heavy black gesso with a pouncy brush to go along the perimeter of the front and back as well as the outside edge of this tag. And by pouncing it on and then heat setting it, which I do off camera, it provides a nice tiny micro dot texture versus just painting it flat with a regular paintbrush. I like to add that texture. So that's what I've got here. And then I'm going to take this sanding block, and there's some recessed areas around the perimeter of this tag, and I'm just sanding that back off to kind of give this tag a rustic look. So this is paper from my stash. It's an old collection, and I don't remember what it is. But what I'm doing is I'm taking some scissors and running along the edge of all the papers and the ephemera that I'm using to give it a ripped edge, as you can see there. And then of course, as you can also see, I have sewed around the perimeter of all my pieces here off camera. I don't like to bore you with that. So we'll finish distressing the edges. This just adds a nice texture when you're layering and working with paper craft products. So what we'll do is start with this Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. You can purchase that at any craft store. I'm just making sure most glues, this Beacon Fabri-Tac, when you open it, there's either a seal on the inside or you have to poke the middle of the cap if you find your glue doesn't readily come out when you take the lid off, okay? And so then we'll just start, and I said that because I've had someone ask me, like, how do you use this glue? Because it won't come out. So that's how it comes out. So we're going to start by adding our papers here to the project. And I'm using colors of beige and grays and aquas and a little splash of apricot for the fall portion of this project. This is a Reneabouquets Beautiful Board laser cut chipboard, stackable heart ATC tags. I'm zooming in here because I want you to see how thick Reneabouquets Beautiful Board is. Okay, it's good quality. It's not like most other manufacturers' chipboard products. Okay, it's really good product. And you see the heart at the top of that tag. These stackable heart, what I call them ATC tags, you come in a set of 2, and then they also come with 2 tiny hearts that you can stack on top of the heart at the top of that tag. And then I used a metal frame from my stash, and then I'm just adding in more paper. And I'm using cardboard to help level all my pieces because that beautiful board is so thick that I have to level my paper against that tag. And these here are Beautiful Board laser cut chipboard ivy vine tuck-ins. So I'm using a piece of that and then another piece of cardboard to allow that paper to sit level against that beautiful board. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I said it properly before, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. So you'll see me working with that black cardboard a lot. Okay, and here we go again. Because each piece, as I level it with the beautiful board, and then I add the next piece of paper, I have to level that piece to the last piece to the next piece. So there you go. That's the process of making things. Cutting off my sentence, I love this beautiful board laser cut chipboard set called Elegant Ivy. I am a sucker for all the swoops and swirls. It's so pretty. I just love them. So that's a piece from this collection here that I'm using. Adding some more cardboard to level things up. I wanted that Elegant Ivy just to poke out a little bit at the bottom, since that ivy vine at the top is going to be kind of poking out just a little bit as well. Just to kind of make it even from top to bottom. And I'm going to be adding in another Reneabouquets Beautiful Board laser cut chipboard. This is a chunky chain link frame. They come in a set of 2, a large and a small in that set. And I'm just putting it in this Versamark ink so that I can use this embossing powder from my stash to kind of give it a nice aqua color to go in with the aqua for the rest of this tag. And then I will heat set it and make it all nice and shiny. I love this embossing powder because it's kind of got aquas and gold flecks in it, a little bit of white. It's nice. It's not just a straight aqua color. And I love to melt embossing powder because it's all textured and chunky at first, and then you melt it, it's all nice and smooth. It's pretty. So we're going to add this down where I want to layer it, of course. And then this is just a resin frame from my stash. I think I got it at Michael's a long time ago. And then I'm going to start bringing in some Prima Marketing flowers from Renee's shop. After this, these are resin flowers from my stash. I'll start bringing in some paper flowers here. The first collection from Prima Marketing is a Spring Farmhouse collection. This one here called No Other Place, and the next two are from Midnight Garden collection. This is Sunset, and this is called This Place. And so these are the beautiful colors I'm working with. It's not really aqua, I guess. It kind of is different shades of it, but oh, I love this. Reneabouquets, chiffon flowers, pearl and rhinestones in the center, a set of 3, and that's called Weathered Gray. So there's kind of where my grays come in. These are almost like a stormy blue flower, but they kind of mesh in with the aqua tones. So we're just going to start layering all my different flowers around here. A little bit more ephemera. This is a Reneabouquets Beautiful Board laser cut chipboard. It's called Circle Elements. They come in a set of 2, and I just kind of cut a few pieces off. I'm just going to kind of layer them in there just so they're peeking out just a bit. These circuit, I think, are my favorite of all the different designs of the element pieces because they're nice and soft and they just kind of give that fun little texture. I find I use them quite often. So we're going to get this chiffon flower on there from Reneabouquets. Start working on the flowers down on the lower half of this tag. I love all these colors together. They're just soft. Coming down here to match a little bit, a little more of the circuit elements. Giving you a little rest for my voice. Some of these flowers, like this one, has a little bit of apricot in the center, and that's going to help us later on. I've got pieces already laid down here, and so now I'm just pulling them back off and gluing them. Some ephemera pieces, some chipboard pieces. This is a wood tag. It's actually a Christmas ornament I got from Walmart this year. They're little mini Christmas ornaments, but I bought them because I like the size of the wood tag so that I could use them to glue on top of. Cover them up and glue them up. I love that rectangle shape. So I covered it with the paper as you saw, and now I'm just going to kind of set that in the center where I need to. Get this little chipboard piece from my stash in there. These are Reneabouquets Beautiful Board Laser Cut Chipboard Fancy Fall Tuck-ins, a set of 23. These are Beautiful Board Laser Cut Chipboard skeleton leaves. They're actually called Beautiful Bits because they're tiny. And these are Reneabouquets Beautiful Board Beautiful Words, and I'm just going to use, it's a 4-piece set, Sparkle, Fairy, Dust, and Moment, and I'm going to use the word Moment. And I'm tucking in these Beautiful Board Beautiful Bit skeleton leaves and the fall tuck-ins, some leaves from that set. I love these little kind of skeleton leaves, and they're tiny. That's why they're called Beautiful Bits. Perfect for tucking in. I decided I'm going to add some quilting thread, so I kind of have to pull back off my Reneabouquets chiffon flower and tuck that thread right in there. I think it'll add great texture. And it's just the perfect kind of beige color. I can't quite get it to lay right, so I'm kind of going in and out, getting that tucked in. It'll come together in a moment. There we go. Now you can just see that little soft texture of that thread. Isn't that pretty? I love to do that. Okay, this is just a little word sticker from my stash, and I'm just adding it to some cardboard so that it's stable, because I want to use it more up on top of the project. I'm not going to stick it to the tag itself, so I want some stability on it. And I'm just roughing up the edges with the scissors. This is just another little chipboard piece from my stash. Here comes the beautiful word from Reneabouquets. Beautiful board, beautiful words, the word moment, and I'm going to put that on that little rectangle tag and then add in a Reneabouquet tiny treasure butterfly. Oh, love it. Look at the blues in there and that little touch of apricot. That's why I put in that little touch of flowers with the apricot center. These tiny treasure butterflies are called Harmony. Love these. You'll see them maybe in a few more projects yet to come. So I hope you enjoyed this project. I will have all the links down to everything Reneabouquets. It was a nice quick project. I'll have all the links down below to, of course, all the product that I use from Reneabouquets as well. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.